I'm a loyal fan. You stick with your team no matter what, even though that was pretty rough. And then make it worse is Cale Happel's a Browns fan. Hey, he's actually a true Browns fan. That's the first one I found. So I mean, I'll give him. They got to win, but I guess good thing our team competed well. Otherwise, it would have been a real rough ride home. So obviously it was good to get back out competing again, and I think probably the thing that I was most happy with is that I think guys for the most part let it fly. And what I mean by that is, we ask them to take risks and give ourselves opportunities, because as coaches, that's the only way we can really help them. If they don't do a whole lot and they stand around and we don't really know what we can help them work on. So I thought guys took risks, gave themselves opportunities. I think we showed that we have some pretty dang good depth at some weights, and got to get some things figured out. But those are good problems to have. I think we had 21 guys at least get one match or two matches in, and certainly a lot to build off of. I was thinking a lot about this team and obviously what they've been through, and man, we talked about day one. I still remember the first Zoom call when we got together as a team. The first thing we talked about was that we'll come back out of this stronger. We'll be better. We will be better as a group. We'll be better individually, and hopefully a little bit that showed yesterday, just in how guys were ready to compete. And man, I thought our shape was great. I thought our pace was great. There's obviously going to be always things to work on, but from a starting point for me as a coach and for us as a team, I think it's a great place to jump off from. Like I said, you go kind of in depth a little bit with some of our guys, and man, we have some guys that have some serious stories, some character to them because of what they've been through and putting on that singlet. For a couple guys, I mean, Cade was in a hospital bed for a long time last year. Is he ever going to wrestle again? Is he going to get out of some of those things? And getting that guy back out there, a guy like Keegan Moore, he's been waiting a long time to put that UNI singlet on. And you have a lot of things that I think went into yesterday, and a lot of for them excitement, and for me, just as a coach and coaches, we get to see where guys are at, what we have, because you're kind of looking, you're like, I see some good things, but you need to see how they compete. Heck, I think we had 5 pins in those matches. Getting bonus points is always a really good thing, and then putting guys away. But I just think from the guys open, they wrestled free. And if we can continue to do that, even if we get beat, we make mistakes, so what? But let's not pucker up, and the lights aren't too bright. They're certainly not. And I can kind of go up and down the lineup more, but I said really good place to jump off from. I guess if you guys got any questions. The last thing I'll say is I had a mask on, and my mask was up, but I was smiling the whole time. It's a long time coming for us to compete again, and I think about all the guys that have missed opportunities and lost opportunities last year, and for whenever we get one, man, I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to keep saying it, and you guys will probably get sick of hearing it, but I'm going to be grateful for every single opportunity that we get, and every time I get to lead my team into competition, man, I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm going to enjoy every bit of it, and all I ask is they put everything out. For me, myself, the people that have come before them, and man, they did that yesterday. So, looking forward to Sunday and wrestling 2 really quality teams.
Hey, Coach, Keegan talked last week on Media Day about how much he had to grow, not so much as a wrestler, but outside of the mat. Well, can you explain a little bit, Michael, more in depth with his journey and what's needed to happen for him to put on the UNI singlet?
Guys all grow up at different times. Some guys get it right away, and some guys it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes things have to be taken from you and there has to be a certain amount of pain. Sometimes it has to be involved before some of those adjustments or changes are made. I could tell you this, for me as a coach, man, I believe in our guys 100%, and they're going to mess up. These guys are 18 to 22-year-olds. If we think that they're not going to make mistakes, and if we can't continue to believe in them and believe that they can't get through the other side and work through some of those things, then I'm not doing my job as far as I'm concerned. It's very easy, you get a guy that does everything well and you pat him on the butt, and but you get those guys that get off the path. You help get them back you help try to lead them back, they have to do it. And you know what? I'll tell you this last spring, he really made the choice. He made the choice that, hey, how I'm going to talk to myself, what I'm going to feed myself with. And that means physically, that means mentally, that means spiritually, what he's putting in himself. That means the people that he's being around, the choices that he's making. He changed his life, and he's got to continue to do that. So the thing is you never really have it, and that's kind of been one of my things to my team is you never really have it down. You have to continue to renew. You have to continue to do the things that got you there, and then double up on it. But he's grown so much as a person, as a man, and man, lifestyle things have changed, and those got to continue to happen. You can't fault. You can't. Hey, like I said, you got it, man. I think he came to the right place. He's worked through it, but man, he's had some people here. He has some coaches and that really truly believe in him as a person, not just as a wrestler. But sometimes you have to get over some things, and you got to get some baggage off, and then you're able to really compete like you're capable of. I mean, because he's got a ton of ability, and he's got to continue to work through those things. But it's been a long journey. He told me it's been. He's been waiting 3 years to put that singlet on, and man, he was so happy just to get that opportunity, and I was happy for him to get that opportunity, and now you continue to grow from there. But I mean, I'm not going to go into details as far as, obviously outside of the room, man, you have to live well too, because it all bleeds in, and he's realized that, and sometimes it, like I said, for some guys it comes a lot quicker than others. But man, it's here right now, and he's just got to continue to do it. But really proud of the growth that I've seen out of him.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach. Wrestled two different guys at 33 and heavy. What was kind of the decision to do that, just to kind of see what you have in both guys, or what was the thought process?
Well, one of the weights, we have certain rules, we have certain things that are in place that have to be followed or abided by. So sometimes you miss opportunities to compete. So that's one of the weights. One of them too. We have two good guys there. Obviously they showed both. I mean, 33, they both beat. I think both those guys are ranked in the top 20. I think heck, Price might have been in the top 10. He had a really good first weekend. So it's something where Scuds was only going to be able to get one extra match, and I wanted to get guys both two matches. We ended up only being able to get them one match because sometimes how those extra matches work is guys go through a couple matches, and you're like, well, this guy kind of got dinged up here, and we did it too with a couple guys. This guy got dinged up, so he's not going to wrestle that match. But I want to get both those guys matches, and we both, like I said, we have some very quality depth. Now, for me, what's got to happen, and what we've talked to our guys about, is they have to continue to raise each other's level. You can look at it as competition. Yeah, it is competition, but those guys are also your tools to improve. And man, if I take him out of the equation of someone to help me, then I'm missing a very great opportunity for me as a workout partner, or for me to get better. Because obviously they're going to know each other's wrestling very well, and you either get so good at something that it doesn't matter, or you continue to add to your wrestling. So I think both those guys have great opportunities to improve and get better. And you look at our schedule coming up. For a lot of our guys, they're going to have opportunities to wrestle ranked guys and wrestle guys that that are going to help put those guys in the ranking. Because with a shortened season, I think it's very important that guys are able to get in the rankings and get in the rankings quickly. The process is going to be a little bit different this year. So, we need to take advantage of every opportunity that we get, and wanted to see those guys both out there twice. Unfortunately, like I said, Scuds was only able to get to one match, but Bisco wrestled two, and we're going to continue to try to get as many possible matches for these guys as we can. I can tell you, when we have home duels, we're going to have two mats going, and whoever wants to bring guys, bring them. Bring as many as you want. That my administration might not appreciate that, but I mean, we'll take other schools too. I don't care. You get your testing done, then let's wrestle. Let's get these guys as many opportunities as we can to compete, and because some guys might only get a handful this whole year. So I know I'm going to continue to bring guys, and like I said, we'll have an open mat. We'll have an extra mat every every duel that we have, just to be able to run extra matches, but they count. They're still matches. They're still opportunities.
For sure. A lot of impressive performances over the first 2 duels. I think 5 guys went undefeated, or at least 5 guys won both matches. Lance didn't allow a point. Pat looked really aggressive.
Yep.
Brody looked like he got better from one match to the next. Was there one that stood out over the others in your mind?
I thought a lot of good performances. I think guys kept their composure well. Took risk. We gave up points, but I think in some of those situations it was like, okay, I gave up some points, so what? I'm gonna wrestle to the next thing, and that's really one thing we've been working on is you don't dwell on I got scored on or I got beat in this position. Okay, I get beat in this position. Now I got a little more information for the next time I get in there, or I got to make an adjustment. But for the first time out, I thought our shape looked very good. I think if there was a struggle, it's maybe some nerves and nutritional that we have to continue to prove in and dial in on. Running, if you don't give up any points, it's going to be real hard to beat you. That's a good thing. You don't give up any points. But even on those extra matches, Goldhofer went 3-0. He beat Vega, South Dakota State starter, and looked really good doing it. He got better, throughout the day. That guy tore his ACL last year, and this is his first competitions back out. So I was really happy with that, and I was happy with those guys. And I think Capel won a couple matches, and a lot of guys on that other mat wrestled really well and wrestled hard. So we had 21 guys, and every 21 of the guys need to be doing that, and I thought guys did that. I don't know. I'm not going to give anyone that stuck out more than others. I know our team thought that the headlock that Tristan hit was we give an award after meets, and we give a sauce award, and they thought that was pretty saucy, and it was. That was a dirty headlock, and then his brother threw a left-handed headlock the next match, and unfortunately didn't pin the guy. But to me, that's just being creative. That's your wrestling. It's not like we're sitting in practice. That's something he's done from a long time, and that's what we're trying not to take away from guys. You know what, man? If you feel something, it's there. Take it and do it. And you know what? Let your wrestling be an expression of who you are. And some guys are going to be more aggressive. Some guys are going to be more attacking. Some guys are going to be more calculated. But man, we let that be an expression of who they are. And I think guys showed that the other day. So yeah, you mentioned a few of those guys. I thought Pat was I would say was a little more choosy in some of his attacks, which is good. He attacking when things are in line and where he needs to go. And when we went to something, he went through it. And it was some very good performances.
Last one for me. Yeah. We couldn't exactly see you on the stream, but did you end up breakdancing in the corner?
I don't know if you'd call it breakdancing. I got to get some lessons. I get on the mat and like I'm down on the mat and maybe doing a worm type motion when I'm looking for a pin and that stuff. But there was no breakdancing. I said I'm saving that till March 20th, Saturday night. I'm sharpening up my skills, and then I'll break them out. I'll break them out Saturday night at the national tournament.
I'll hold you to that.
And also, I'll tell you this, man. Appreciate, staff, our guys. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of people that have put a lot of time and a lot of effort in our administration to make sure we're getting this opportunity too. And I haven't lost sight of that. Appreciate everyone that's going above and beyond to make sure that we're having our season and that these guys get this opportunity because it was great. It felt great to be back out there. It did, and our guys felt it too, man. And you could just kind of see a weight lifted off them. Like, yeah, this is normal again. This is what we've been talking about. This is all the work that we put in. Hey, this is all the spring and summer, and when Coach wasn't around, what I was willing to do on my own. And this was, hey, that training phase that we had for 3 weeks through November and December, man. This is why we did it, so we can go out and we can compete like that. We can compete free and open, and we can let it go. And if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But no matter what, man, we're going to continue to go back to work, and we're going to come back stronger next time. So I look forward to Sunday. I don't know I don't know about what they're having for capacity. You might know a little bit. Cody, you might know a little bit more about that as far as what Ames is allowing for fans. Hopefully, fans get to come. We'd love as many fans as we can possibly get there, and I'm sure they would too. And I know our guys would always appreciate people being up in the crowd, man. So, other than that, I don't know if anyone else got anything, but
they've been allowing a few thousand, and there was a few Laura shirts there yesterday, so I'm sure tickets are available.
That's good. Well, we'll make sure we get that out to our fans and get some people over there, and we'll be ready to scrap on Sunday.